Hey ladies and gentlemen, it's Sukhdev again here at Smart Charts, and here today I have Kebz, one of our members and fantastic traders from Smart Charts. So Kebz,
hi,
nice to meet you.
Yeah,
nice to meet you. Nice to actually finally get to sit with you.
Meet each other as well.
What were your biggest struggles in trading before joining Smart Charts?
Just, I suppose everything really. In general, didn't understand market structure. I had a lot of preconceptions, which turned out to be false. Just knowing when to place a trade, when to get out of a trade.
Yeah.
Just to be completely honest, I just had no clue whatsoever before joining Learn to Trade and getting my Smart Charts.
Did you try any other trading before Smart Charts? Any other platforms?
Not really, no. I bought a bit of crypto, XRP, I didn't know at the time, but it was a bit of a bull trap. As I mentioned, back in 2008, my dad kind of got into trading, and didn't get in at the right time, and bless him, still suffering the consequences. So I had a lot of preconceptions of trading, and from a negative stance really, but having actually taken a bite of the apple and bought a bit of crypto, losing 65% of that.
Definitely dived into the deep end there, didn't you?
Yeah. So it's pretty much half of what I had put away. So I just thought I'd use the other half if I'm going to do this, kind of spend some money and learn how to do it properly, really.
How did Smart Charts help you get to where you are today?
It kind of initially gave me a base structure to go off, but I quickly learned that, I needed a lot more background knowledge, I suppose more of human research, so to speak. And that's where I kind of cross paths with the learning side of Smart Charts. When I actually got the program, it came, I was lucky enough to get access to, I think it's called Learn Forex, but the one that Jitan initially did. And again, that helped me get a lot of what I needed in terms of knowledge of market structure. What helped was just kind of committing to attending things like the boot camps, which were like further add-ons, which I kind of went for. Slowly but surely, my frustrations, I still have a lot of frustrations. I kind of realized, hang on a minute, a lot of my frustrations are based on issues that I just don't know, or I don't have experience of. So with the manual's help, with your help, with obviously Jitan's help, and most importantly, not most importantly, but equally so, Dr. Joy's help, everything started coming together in terms of what I was learning off you guys, but importantly, really paying attention to my mind, because I found that's where, I suppose this kind of ended up being like a video game, which you could play, but it's how do you control your mind when you're up, when you're down, when you're waiting. I think that's probably been my biggest challenge. But then it's all kind of.
Did you know that about yourself prior coming to the Smart Charts, and obviously with meeting with the other traders and talking with that experience that we have, and finding those what do they call it, blind spots?
Not at all. And I didn't realize I had so many. I think what was it? Is it Mark Douglas? He says, trading will make you kind of look at your psyche in a mirror, and
it's a road to self-discovery, they say, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And to be completely frank with you, I spent a bit of money getting this, and I'm making real headway. But even if I hadn't achieved any of this, just the psychology side of things, what I've learned, how I've now transferred that into aspects in my own personal life. For example, I have a child with learning difficulties. I think I can say, as most have, the odd occasional marital spat. But just knowing that, hang on a minute, now that I've learned more about the mind, and that seems to be quite a big thing about Smart Charts, the psychology side of the work, as well as the technical side. Just did you get what I'm trying to say? It's all kind of.
I totally do.
It's like I didn't imagine like, okay, I'm going to be focusing on this topic, or I'm going to be focusing on market structure next, and so it's just bits and bobs I've discovered within the realm of learn to trade and smart charts, and it's all like in the last 12 weeks, weirdly just coming together. And
if you remember when we first sat down and when we spoke about a coaching session with your trading, I said to you, it will make sense and it will click. You won't be able to explain how it clicks. It just clicks like that. And again, well done to you. Congratulations on you as well. Look where you've got to, and well done, because you have been putting in the work. You know, that's, guys, don't forget that you have to put in the work, right? Because you had access to it all. Smart Charts was there. I mean, just to add to that, during this journey, what was your favorite features of Smart Charts?
Oh, I love the VR. the volatility reversal. I think the first strategy that I learned was a 180 piece face changer and the T wave. And I think the reason I like those three in particular, if I was to put them in my order, so it'd be VR, volatility reversal would be number one, and that'd be followed by the 180 and the T wave, which I put equally, and then the pip runner. And the pip runner, to be honest with you, I've kind of been, it's creeping up there a lot more because I'm understanding a lot more how it works now, and especially seeing it on a chart, especially because, I mean, when I was looking at the 1 day charts and the 4 hour charts, I can get them. But once I'd open up a 15 minute, 5 minutes, like, whoa, what's going on here? But the more time I spend, I can see it's just the same thing, but on a more micro level. But I suppose the point that I'm trying to make is, the more I'm trying out these strategies, the more it's linking in with, hang on a minute, I've learned that about market structure. So if this asset is constantly bouncing off that level, and then there's a VR sign flashing, and then if I click on one of the AI signals, there seems to be like a channel or a range-based kind of signal there. Hang on a minute, you've got 5 or 6 things telling you this is a good trade.
So it's as if everything in your toolbox is indicating to you.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Right, your toolbox.
My toolbox. Yeah, I've now got a toolbox.
Yeah.
And I know what tools to pull out at the right time. I remember you saying to me in one of our first, in the elite boot camp, yeah, you can go in there, make 5 or 6% in a day, easy. And I thought, what? How? And I finally get it now. You know, you've got strategies, and then you can use a strategy and use another strategy within that strategy to kind of eke out further reward. And I wouldn't have been able to talk like this 4 months ago.
So look, you know, I'm sitting here listening to you, and it's just, you know, making me happy as well to see someone, you know, go from zero to hero. So I think the next question I'm going to ask you is, what are the results you've made from this? What are the biggest trades you've made since doing this?
Well, in September, I did a 24K trade, 23.5K trade using VR when euro dollar broke from its high. Yeah. And to be honest, I've used 180 and the pip runner and the T wave to eke out in total plus 48 grand. So that's 23%, considering at the beginning of September, I was in 9.5 minus drawdown.
This September or last year?
No, just gone. We're talking this has all happened in the last 12 weeks.
So in the last 12 weeks, you've made over £48,000 in trading.
I don't know. Somebody did using my laptop. I don't know if it was me or not, but.
And you did that using the VR, the 180,
just
and
purely
the
those
four strategies that are on Smart Charts.
Well, a little bit add-on. Those 4 strategies, including confluence with my learning from Jitan and Emmanuel about EMAs. Yeah. And a little bit of myself with Fibonacci retracements. Yeah. But I can only say I've only started to put all of that together last month. Because I found something that works. So I thought I'd carry on doing that and slowly just start adding other bits.
Did you do some adding and removing during this journey? Did you find that you were trying to fit so much in your toolbox? You were like, oh, I need to learn that. I must learn that. That does this. And then throughout the line as you were, probably looking at your journal and seeing where your losing trades are happening and what's going on? Did you tend to realize, well, I don't actually need that for this scenario? Because you said earlier, right?
Yeah.
The right strategy for the right time. And that must have been quite a lot to accept that, okay, you know what? I've learned all this, but it's knowing when I need it and how to manage it, right?
Yeah. So if I say like 4 or 5 months in, so this is month 14 of my learn to trade journey.
Yeah.
So like 4 or 5 months first into my journey, I thought, great, I've got all of this meat, all of this resource. I got a little bit of an idea. Let's go. And try and use everything. And just get frustrated. But to be fair, back then I didn't know about journaling. I didn't know about reviewing your trades. I didn't know about kind of, I suppose, finding what works, sticking to that, and then dropping other things. So yeah, I just kind of just went back to just basics and just did the one thing, 180 and T-wave on a 4-hour chart. And again, good wins, big losses.
It's all part of the journey, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm still struggling with the greed side of things, but I've got a good strategy to combat that now. But yeah, so I had to drop a lot. And then, but it's probably the best thing I did. And even up to like 4 or 5 months ago, the boot camps I was attending, a lot of it just wasn't sinking. But Manuel said that, don't worry, when the time's right, the penny will drop, and then you'll go in and you'll look into it. And that's what's happened. So I found that where I was losing a lot was basically scaling in too late, getting over exuberant. So I've had to put rules in place. And again, going back to day one, your rule book. Nobody tells you. I thought, right, you'll at least tell me what my rule book is. No.
But you didn't know what your biggest challenge was.
Yeah, well,
like you just said there, right? You're a bit greedy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I get it now. There is no rule book. There is no actual script to give you, because we're all unique and we all have our own kind of nuances. And I think the biggest thing that I found is just finding something that works or figuring out who I am. And that's what the psychology work with Dr. Joy has really helped. And again, deepen further with obviously with the manuals take on things and obviously the structural work, foundations that you put in place. I keep saying the same thing. It's weird. It's like it's all starting to sink in. And as I said to you, it's like 12 weeks ago, I felt like I turned a real corner.
So look, it's all there, right? 50 bags in the market you've understood yourself more, you've understood your blind spots. Now, I would like to ask this question to you, right? If you were to, everything you've learned, and you could go back to the beginning of when you were about to enter this world of trading. Yeah. What would you tell yourself?
I think it's quite easy. Don't be so hard on yourself. Number 2, you have to have an open mind. And number 3 is don't think you know who you are. I think that's probably the biggest thing. Don't think you know who you are, and don't think you know your strengths, because a lot of the time, I found so many hidden strengths and talents that I didn't actually know that I had, and I probably still don't acknowledge now. But yeah, give it time. Yeah, give it a go. If you can, give it a go. I come across a lot of negative. I'll be honest with you. I thought I was done. I'd done myself over when I, responded to the initial kind of the advertisement. But then I was very, very, very quickly reassured, and just knowing now the wealth of knowledge behind the LTT door that has my back. I think that's the biggest thing. Don't worry, somebody will have your back. You'll probably still mess up, but you know what? Your best wins will come from those mess ups, and your wins probably won't always be financial. So yeah, I'd do it again in a heartbeat. In fact, I wish I had an extra 10k to do the whole program rather than what I did do. But I'm glad I did what I did, because look what's come out of it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And there you have it, guys. We had Kebs here who's answered our 3 favorite questions, and you can understand his experience now with smart charts and take that with you. If you are feeling in any of those challenges or motions that he's had, now you can understand how here at Smart Charts we can get you over the line and how you can get to your desired goal if you want to. Thank you.